Hey fellow world dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today, yes, I have for you a beginner build. If you are new to Fallout and you want the most powerful cookie cutter build that there is, I'm here for you. If you want to start a new character and you are looking for a strong start for yourself, that will work as well. So let's dive in, and yes, it will be a little bit more detailed guide than my usual endgame guides, as I'm assuming your knowledge may not be yet as extensive as some veterans. And that's not a problem. I have you covered. So, you may see I'm carrying a broadside. There are two weapons here on this build, and we should probably start from the weapons and how you get them. Pipe bolt action rifle with a suppressor. That's like early game powerhouse. There's almost no limit. I think there is no limit at all when you can start using it. It's always craftable, so you don't need any plan, anything like that. You can craft this weapon on weapons workbench under pipe guns, and that's the one. Pipe bolt action pistol. As well, you will need a suppressor for it. Therefore, you need to save a little bit of resources, maybe a little bit more even, to craft a bunch of level 1 guns. Like, craft a bunch of level 1 guns just to scrap them, as that's how you are unlocking modification for that. So you craft a bunch, then scrap it, and as you can see, I'm getting mods from scrapping it. The drop chance of the mods is really good, so almost every scrap is a mod. You only need to scrap as long until you get a suppressor. The other modifications not so important, as you can see on this one. I just put what I was lucky to get from my handful of scraps. Scopes are handy for manual aiming. So that's the gun to start it, the main one. And then there is a big powerhouse. You can probably tell by the damage on it. Both non-legendary, as I don't want to suggest that you must have any legendary to start working on this build. And it's missing modification to the barrel, so it will be doing even more damage. There is heavy barrel that I need to unlock. And how do I unlock it? And how do you figure out if you have all the mods or not? So now we are going into modify option on the workbench. Go over the broadside, and yes, every weapon you are using, I recommend locking so you don't accidentally scrap it. Just the button that you press to lock it and unlock it. Lock everything you don't want to lose. And here, if I open the barrel, it doesn't show me any options, but it says that I unlocked 2 out of 3 mods for the broadside, so there is one more. How can I see it? I press toggle unlockable, so I will see what I can unlock if I press these buttons. For me it's V. I press it and look at that. There is heavy barrel that can increase my damage. And how do I get it? It says on the right, I need to scrap some extra broadsiders. Why didn't I install it yet and didn't unlock? I don't really need it. With already this level of power, I one-shot kill every enemy. So I will just unlock it over time later when I'll be scrapping broadside. Like, I'm not repairing this broadside. When it will be almost broken, I will scrap it and craft a new one. That's the strategy, to save a little bit of resources that I don't have plenty. On this account, I do not have Fallout First. I play normally, and that's my low-level character. So that's about broadside. The one important mod that you must have is multi-shot canister. Multi-shot canister makes the capacity from 1 to 3 and increases the fire rate. So that's the most important modification to the broadside. And you may laugh that I choose the broadside for this build, but yes, it's a powerhouse for early game build. How do you get your broadside? You buy it. You buy the plan from Watoga Station. Yes, I see the event. I will skip it. Watoga Station is something you should discover relatively early. There's a lot of good stuff, and as well you have Watoga Shopping Plaza with some good stuff, but let's focus on the broadside. And second thing we'll be looking for at vendors. So let's go there to Watoga Station. Here we are. Watoga train station. And friendly vendor bot will be selling this stuff for you. You can try to use the loadout machine over in here and set for yourself like a happy shopper. That's basically put the charisma as high as possible to get better prices at vendors when you are trading, especially important early on when you don't have much caps. Under notes, you will find the plans. I already have them, so they're before me on the bottom, but you can purchase Broadsider and Broadsider multi-shot canister. Very easy, you just need to save a little bit over 2k caps. Not too hard, and that should be your first purchase for the powerhouse of this weapon. As well, what we are looking for at this vendor every time we visit, we are looking for dance plan, if it's selling a dance plan. And clearly, there is no dance plan for anything. The dance plan is needed for us to survive our own shot from the Broadsider. For now, I don't have it on any armor. The dance plan will eventually be found or dropped from the vendor. Sometimes they can as well sell directly a mod, but in case of the mod, it will be name of the armor first and then name of the mod. So like marine armor biocommerce. That's not what we are looking. We are looking for dance, non-dance mod available, but we can keep checking. As well, the dance mod can be found in Word, like for heavy leather, it can be any Cranberryburg, Maya, or Ash Heap area. So you will most likely eventually get those mods for armors, but as you don't have them yet, that's fine. Get whatever legendary armor you can get and equip it. Outside of that, Assassin. Focus on getting full set of Assassin. That's the second thing that can help you survive a shot from the Broadsider up close. The good thing about Broadsider, explosions are very small, so it's relatively easy to avoid hitting yourself with those explosions. And one of the other reasons we do not choose any bigger launchers, like auto grenade launcher, is early on it's extremely hard to avoid hitting yourself with something like a grenade launcher. So this is safer, much safer. How well does it perform? Let me demonstrate how well it performs, and then we go over perk cards, which are actually secondary. That's why I'm not talking about it first. The weapon choice is the most important, those two weapons, if you want to be a real powerhouse. Now, to see some decent example of enemies, we'll visit Super Mutants. Let's start with the Broadsider and our tankiness. As you can see, we do have some resistances. Not super high, but we already have them. And I do have a build planner for you too, because I don't even have all the perks that I need in here. But look at the power. So that's the gameplay with the Broadsider, and that was a miss. That was a miss and still almost killed. You can aim close to the feet of the enemy. Just don't aim close to your own feet. Try to keep a little bit of a distance and you will be fine. You can see those cannonballs are falling down a little bit. The legendary is tougher, so we'll need 2 cannonballs, which is fine. The VATS is an option too, but quite often it may miss. So without VATS, it's even better. They do drop lots of cannonballs, which are heavy, so I don't even try to collect more than 100 cannonballs. I don't need more. And that's the Broadsider. And our secondary option, it's the pipe. So the pipe gun is our sniper and stealth approach. How good is stealth? Without any dedicated armor, as we don't have equipped any stealth armor at this moment. Chinese stealth armor I did unlock, so I could craft it and equip it, and stealth would be perfect. But even with just wearing regular armor, you can sneak around with relative ease. As long as you keep a little bit of a distance, they will be dropping again more ammo than you are using. And the damage, as long as you are in caution or hidden, so stealth bonuses apply, absolutely brutal damage. If stealth bonus will not be available, so if you will get detected, let me get detected by purpose, the damage drops, and then the Broadsider is way better option, as this one is firing slowly, reloading quite a bit, and to get one-shot kills, you need a stealth bonus. But even without it, still capable weapon, just not as capable as the Broadsider. And another reason we have two weapons, so this gun and the Broadsider, not exclusively Broadsider, some enemies will be immune to explosions, or it will be hard to connect explosion. I don't have example in this spot, but sometimes there are wall-mounted turrets. Those are quite immune to being hit with explosions, so it's better to have a regular gun that do damage on impact. Therefore, two weapons, and that basically can carry you up to level of 300, to be absolutely honest, and unlocking everything on the way. If you wonder what will happen if you shoot too close and what's the safe distance. So if I shoot over here, safe. If I shoot over here, safe. If I shoot over here, I'm dead. So that's the safe distance, basically like couple feet away from you. It cannot explode closer or you will be gone in one shot of the Broadsider. This will be fully prevented later on with full set of assassin armor, plus a dense torso mod will basically neglect most of this damage and will be taking very little self-inflicted damage, but not yet. One more tip about learning modifications. If you need to learn modifications for armor pieces, there is a lot of them that you learn by scrapping stuff. For example, leather armor. And for that, you always want to craft leather arm level 1. Why? Because you can craft a lot. I already did learn all the possible mods from scrapping, so I will craft 10. Just as an example, I craft 10. I spend some cloth leather and steel, but because I have armorer perk equipped, so that's not very high, and then when I scrap it, all the leather armor pieces, I'm getting exactly the same amount of resources as I'm spending when crafting. And it says nothing yet, means I cannot learn anymore from scrapping. That's additional tip. When you are scrapping something like this pipe pistol, you can see here it says chance to learn pipe mod, which means I can keep scrapping more of them to learn all the modifications. When I scrap legendary piece, chance to get chameleon and learn chameleon, no chance to learn any armor specific mods because that's wood, you cannot learn it by scrapping. So that's quick tip about scrapping and crafting. And armor, scrapping just arms unlocks mods for chest, legs, all type of mods. So it doesn't matter what it is, and that applies to almost every armor and weapons. Lowest possible level you craft and scrap. The same with the Broadsider. You cannot always craft level 1, as some weapons starts higher. For example, Broadsider you cannot craft under level 25, and you cannot buy a plan for it. That's what I should mention. If you are lower than level 25, it will just not show at vendors for you. So you need to wait until you are level 25 to add Broadsider to your mix, and then you can craft it. If you're crafting to learn a mod, always lowest possible level, as that costs a lot, and higher level costs more. So lowest possible is always recommended when you want to learn your modifications. And can I get my Broadsider plan? No, so that's not guaranteed. Therefore, I will need to craft more. I don't need to do it now. Let's cover the build perks, and then I will show the build planner, as this build is not done. I'm level 47, and a lot of perks is random. I intentionally wanted to show it on this particular character with a lot of random perks, because that's emphasize that only a handful of perks really affect your combat performance when you choose this path. And other perks are like free to choose. But if you want to optimize, I do have optimized planner. Under strength, it's mainly carry weight here, and important one is bandolier, as this one affects the weight of cannonballs, which normally are 1 pound each, and with bandolier, it's only 0.1 pound each. For the perception, the most important is tank killer, as this one does apply to explosions like the Broadsider. So not only it will help with your sniper, the pipe gun, but as well with the broadside. So that affects all weapons. For the endurance, we have a little bit of resistance and, important one, fireproof. This in combination with assassin and dense, that's what will make us immune to explosion of the broadside, which is so powerful that put us down in one shot. But the plus side, enemies suffer the same fate when you hit them, so that's great. Under charisma, important is inspirational, so you can level up faster and finish your build faster. Under intelligence, there is a lot of filler perks, but Demolition Expert is the key to do damage with broadside, and Gunsmith as early as possible so you can craft, modify the broadside, but as well it doesn't break so fast. So you want Gunsmith early, Demolition Expert early. For the agility, the important one here is sneak. If you want to sneak around at all, you need this perk, especially early on. Without it, you will be detected almost instantly, and that's not gonna work. Later on, we want to add Escape Artist and some more perks. Nothing important outside of that, but now how the planner works and how to avoid a really big mistake when you are progressing in your journey. And there are legendary perks that you will unlock later on. I didn't include any in this build, neither any mutations. I don't have any mutations, but if you want to choose the path of all the mutations, it will work and it will add to your overall power. My old guide, how to get all mutations for free, it's still up to date, so you can check it out and go the path of no mutations or all mutations, up to you. Or just wait until you are rich in caps and buy mutation serums of your choice for the endgame build. I have plenty of endgame builds, so you can check them out if you need to know what's coming ahead. So that's the build planner. I will give you a link in a pinned comment so you can get the beginner build planner. And you may notice I have 5 unused points under intelligence. Why is that? This is intentional. It's just to show that you will put whatever intelligence cards you will get from your perk card packs in here. Hopefully you will get Armorer. If you will not get Armorer, then I will add it here. Armorer will be important when you want to learn your armor mods. So let's add it if you will be unlucky to get it for free from perk card packs. The reason for 15 intelligence is so you will level up faster. Therefore, even though there is nothing essential perk-wise, and you could spend those perks, let's say, increasing your tankiness in endurance, so you would be tougher to kill, or add some extra carry weight under strength, it's all nice. But you will get it, all of it, a little bit later with this intelligence and more, because you will level up much more. If you choose to spend those points in something else, you will level up slower, so overall you will wait longer before you unlock the endgame potential of your build. The perks have descriptions, so they're self-explanatory, but there is one trap in here when you open leveling chart, which is very handy, and it explains how you use it and how you make choices, but there is one trap. Sometimes later on it will tell you perk points can be saved for later. It's like suggesting that you could wait. It was earlier on, maybe before I added more perks, but it was sometimes it says it even early. Let's say you will be lucky with perk card packs. You achieve level 37, that's an example, and there is nothing that you want to pick up from perks. So you'll be like, okay, let me wait for level 38, and then I spend my level up, and then I take the ricochet. It will not work. For whatever reason, in Fallout, if you don't take your level up, don't pick a perk, the next one will never unlock until you pick something at level 37. So even though you'll be level 38, because you didn't spend the previous level up, you will not see ricochet until you spend the saved one. So you cannot save level ups. That's what I'm trying to say. Every time you level up, you choose something. If there is nothing you want, choose whatever. But you need to choose something. You need to spend level up. And that's up to level 100. It ends here on 50, but in case of ghoul perks, you will need to keep picking up perks up until level 100, even though your special will not be going up. But that in case you will be looking into transitioning into ghoul, which is happening and available from level 50, not before. So this is the beginner build. Absolute powerhouse for every new player. Give it a try. If you are starting a new character, give it a try and let me know what you think. And that being said, thank you a lot for watching and see you all in the next one.